Good morning. This is Eric Blank, and this is the Commissioners' weekly meeting for May 22nd, 2024. Just two preliminary remarks. First, I just want to let everyone know that Commissioner Plant was in a mountain biking accident over the weekend. He broke a number of ribs and his clavicle. He's in for a tough couple weeks, but is ultimately expected to make a full recovery. So just wanted to let everybody know, and Commissioner Plant will be rejoining us as he can. And in the meantime, we wish him a speedy recovery and let him know we're thinking of him. Second, I just want to thank Commissioner Goman and the Colorado PUC team for a fantastic job at the Western Conference, which really represented Colorado and the Colorado PUC in a terrific way. So, Commissioner Goman, with those preliminary remarks, whatever you'd like to say about whatever you want.
Yeah, just a huge thank you to our staff at the Colorado PUC for helping to put that on, and thank you to you for your help, Chairman, and agree with you in wishing Commissioner Plant a very speedy and full recovery.
Thank you. With that, let's go to proceeding number 24AL-0190TR, Tava Cab, Mr. Gramlich.
Yes, good morning, I'm Gary Gramlich of the transportation staff. This is a filing by Tava Cab. It's an advice letter and a tariff submitted on April 25th. Effective date is May the 26th. Tava Cab, under its certificate, may provide taxi service between all points in Teller County and also from points in Teller County to and from points in Denver, Douglas, El Paso, Fremont, Park, and Pueblo does have a restriction against service originating in El Paso County. Tava Cab's only had this authority since February of this year when it was issued and has been providing it since that time. It's a small company, currently only operating one vehicle. It's based in Woodland Park, which is a relatively small county. Teller County has a population of about 24,000. Teller Cab's current fares for a trip of 3 loaded miles is a $5 entry plus $2.80 a mile. For specific mileages for 10 miles, that would be $33, $50, $145, and $100. It would be $285. In this filing, Tava Cab is proposing to add 2 flat rate fares from points in Teller County to Denver International Airport. From Woodland Park, the flat rate fare is $200. And from other points in Teller County, it's $250, which is still significantly less than it would be by the mileage charge, just an attempt to see if the owner can attract more business to that area, but it is still a 100-mile trip. And I have a fairly obvious recommendation. Unless you have any questions.
If you can make your recommendation, that'd be great.
But it'd be allowed that proposed fare changes to become effective by operational law on the effective date, which is May 26th.
Commissioner Goman,
I agree with your recommendation.
as do I. Thank you, Mr. Gramlich.
Thank-
Proceeding number 23A-0242E, Public Service Company of Colorado Transportation Electrification Plan. Ms. Dundas.
Good morning, Commissioners. This matter comes before you this morning regarding several applications seeking rehearing, re-argument, or reconsideration of the Commission's recent decision in the Public Service TEP. Triple Rs were received by the company, CEO, WRA, and Sierra Club jointly, Boulder, Sweep, Walmart, staff of the Commission, EOC, and the UCA. Those were received on August 30th. So pursuant to statute 46-114-1, the commission must act on those applications no later than May 28th, 2024, or else they'll be denied by operation of law. So before you today is the limited decision point as to whether to act upon these applications for the sole purpose of tolling that clock so that we can prepare and present the substance of those triple R applications, most likely on the CWM at the 29th, pending other commission business and commissioner plants recovery.
I believe you said it was filed August. I think you meant April, the triple R filing day.
I did mean April. I apologize for that. So these were filed on April 30th. So typically the commission has 30 days to act upon them before they deny by operation of law. We're suggesting tolling that clock for much less than if they had been filed in August. It'll be a matter of a week or two. And council and advisors think it's appropriate in this limited instance because of the fact that there was 9 triple R filings in this proceeding. There's some complicated issues presented in them, as well as just the pace of business of the commission, including, as you know, it's the same advisor and council team that were on the 5 deliberations for the CHP. And now we have commissioner plans availability issues as well. So for those reasons, we suggest tolling it. We still anticipate getting this presented and a decision out within 2 weeks of it.
Want to let you know I'm paying attention, Ms. Dundas. I'm awake. Commissioner Goman.
Yeah, I agree with the recommendation. Thanks, Ms. Dundas.
As do I, and to the extent you need an order, that can be an ABC order.
Thank you.
Proceeding number 24AL-0188G. Ms. Kreitz, Mr. Depew.
Good morning, Commissioners. This is Rhonda Kreitz from your rate financial analyst section. Proceeding number 24AL-188G is an advice letter filing made by Black Hills Colorado Gas on April 25th, 2024 to modify the low-income PIP surcharge from 4 cents to 30 cents, effective May 26th, 2024. The company has filed 2 amendments on May 21st, 2024. The company has also requested an alternative form of notice on April 25th, 2024, which was granted by the Commission in Decision C-24-316I. The company has filed this proceeding acknowledging maintaining an over-accrued deferred account balance since proceeding number 19AL-75G. That proceeding, 19AL-75G, was filed to reduce the surcharge from 31 cents to 4 cents. The company stated that the filing's purpose was to decrease the over-accrued balance at the time. In the current proceeding, 24AL-188G, the company is proposing to increase the PIP surcharge for residential customers from 4 cents to 30 cents, with the main purpose being to fund a proposed additional 1,000 participants to the program. There are surcharge increases proposed for small and large commercial and irrigation and seasonal customers as well. The company currently has approximately 2,000 participants enrolled and expects to maintain an enrollment of 3,000 participants through May of 2025. The company states the proposed surcharge increase is to address 2 factors. The first is to provide an annual revenue projection of approximately $822,000 to support these 3,000 enrolled participants. The second is to provide a true-up of approximately $103,000. Staff has reviewed the company's forecast and historical activities and has had discussions with the company about concerns of the forecast of higher enrollments not being aligned with historical trends. However, the company reiterated the forecast, citing higher anticipated enrollments and seasonal variances. Staff, having considered that the company is the implementing agency for this important affordability program and that there is an annual revenue mechanism, staff believes that it may not be inappropriate to allow provision for higher enrollments. Staff has met with the company 5 times and has had multiple email communications. The company has agreed to having better management oversight of this program and will provide updates to staff with their PIP reviews on a regular basis going forward. There are no comments or interventions in the filing at this time. Staff is available for questions or can proceed to a recommendation.
If you guys could give us a recommendation, that'd be great.
Staff has reviewed the filing, has met with Black Hills staff 5 times, and has had multiple email communications. The company has committed to improved financial management of the program, including providing presentations of future financial reviews to staff on a regular basis. Based on these findings, staff recommends allowing the advice letter to go into effect by operation of law.
Commissioner Goman.
Thanks, Ms. Cright, Mr. DePue. Look, I agree with your recommendation. I think it's a prudent way to move forward. But yikes on your ability, I think the necessity to have to meet with them 5 times to get to the bottom of what's been going on with this program. It looks like some real trouble with the forecast, and what I just take as a real lack of urgency to make this program work really well for their customers. I mean, as I understand, there were actual circumstances of them being overfunded, yet still running a wait list that they did not move people off and fund for assistance. And that just can't be how this works. I'm a little disturbed by what I read here and really what it seems like how long it took staff and their interactions with the company to kind of get to the bottom of how we can make this better. It's sad. So I certainly hope that improves. I mean, certainly my focus is on ensuring everyone who needs assistance and qualifies for assistance is able to, without much time or drama, be able to get the assistance that these programs are intended to provide. And so certainly hope that the company takes a renewed interest in ensuring that this program can work effectively and efficiently to actually serve those customers. So I think it's fine to increase it, but concerned with a lot of how it looks like this has been run in the past, and appreciate you all coming forward with the suggestion on this increased reporting, which it seems like is very much necessary.
Do you, Commissioner Gilman, do you have any interest, and we can run it by council and trying to have an ABC order that outlines those concerns?
I mean, unless Mr. DePue or Ms. Kreitz thinks differently, certainly from what I've seen, I think is very necessary to outline those concerns and to just express our urgency to the company for them to take very seriously making this program work as best for their customers as possible. And it's very disappointing that it seems as though that might not have been happening in the past.
I don't know, is council there? Would you have any concerns with us sort of documenting this in a formal commission order?
I don't know which council, if any, was assigned to this, but no, I don't think there would be a problem with you expressing any concerns that you might have.
All right, so if we can adopt the recommendation on the substance, but instead of doing this by operational law, if we could do an ABC order outlining the concerns of, as expressed by Commissioner Gilman and as supported by me and as outlined by Ms. Kreitz in her presentation, that'd be great. Let's keep moving to 24A-0142G. Mr. Davis, extension of the Black Hills Gas Hedging Program.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm Ron Davis of the Commission's advisory staff. Before I start presenting this application, I'd like to clarify that the Commission will approve the consent agenda. I'm not sure that a vote was set for the consent agenda.
It's been a long week, Ron. Mr. Davis. Commissioner Gilman, do you vote to approve the consent agenda?
For saving us, Mr. Davis. I appreciate it. Yes, I support approving the consent agenda as it was presented.
As do I, and appreciate the reminder. So thank you, sir.
Sure. Well, turning now to proceeding number 24A-0142G. Black Hills Colorado Gas has filed an application to extend its current gas hedging program for 2 years or through June 30th of 2026. The company clarifies that it's not requesting any changes to its program and states that the framework for gas hedging would mirror that which was previously approved by the Commission last year. Black Hills explains that the current program uses call options, put options, and fixed price future contracts as the hedging tools, and all of that is subject to an established budget. The company would continue to recover these hedging costs at or below the approved budget through its gas cost adjustment, or GCA. Interventions and requests for hearing have been filed by the Colorado Office of Utility Consumer Advocate and the trial staff of the Commission. UCA seeks to examine whether the current hedging plan uses the right financial hedging tools, whether the existing budget is appropriate for the next 2 years, and whether the current volumes to be hedged continues to be appropriate. And staff filed its intervention pleading after the deadline set forth in the Commission's notice of the application, and therefore, in this instance, seeks to intervene permissively. Staff states that its request to intervene is unopposed. Staff seeks to examine the same issues that were identified by the UCA in its intervention, as well as possible impacts on the rates that may result from the current hedging strategies. Staff specifically asks whether the company's strategies protect customers from price spikes while maintaining reasonable gas prices, and whether the program's historical performance, as reported, is adequate for the Commission. I can proceed to a recommendation in light of UCA's and staff's request for hearing.
We'd welcome your recommendation.
I recommend that the Commission refer this matter to an administrative law judge by minute entry.
Commissioner Gilman.
I agree.
As do I. Thank you, Mr. Davis. Or is there, wait, we're not done.
No, I think I have the next item as well.
Yep. Go ahead, Mr. Davis.
So turning to this next matter, Black Hills Colorado Electric has filed an application for approval of its 2025 through 2027 demand-side management and beneficial electrification plan. This latest plan will cover the years 2025 through 2027, as I just explained, and Black Hills was ordered to include a strategic issues filing with this plan. The company states that the strategic issues typically identify goals and budgets, and it confirms that those are included as part of this filing for 25 through 27. At the highest level, Black Hills proposes to spend approximately $22 million to achieve demand reductions of roughly 11.5 megawatts and energy savings of about 46 gigawatt hours over the 3 years. Black Hills admits that these proposed goals are lower than the goals that were established for the previous plan, but the company explains that the budget is similar to those past years and that the lower savings targets reflect the loss of certain highly cost-effective measures such as residential lighting, the incorporation of new construction building code requirements, and the adoption of an updated net to gross value. The company also argues that the proposed goals are more realistic benchmarks to measure the performance of its plan. Black Hills states that while its plan is designed to serve all customers, there's specific emphasis on income qualified customers. The IQ programs continue to support residential single-family customers, multifamily customers, and nonprofits. The budgets under the plan for the IQ programs represent about 29% of the overall expenditures. With respect to beneficial electrification, Black Hills explains that that it filed this application in accordance with Colorado statutes that requires the company to file a BE plan for commission approval every 3 years. The BE programs proposed in this plan offer rebates for converting from natural gas and gasoline equipment to energy efficient electric equipment. Black Hills estimates that the annual cost of the BE portion of the plan will be approximately $250,000. Black Hills seeks to recover the costs of the BE programs through its electric DSM cost adjustment rider. Interventions were filed by staff of the Commission, the Colorado Office of Utility Consumer Advocate, Energy Outreach Colorado, the Southwest Energy Efficiency Project, or SWEEP, and the Colorado Energy Office, or CEO. Staff and UCA explicitly request a hearing in this case. Staff seeks to raise and address the proposed expenditures, the goals, the programs, and the performance incentives. Staff specifically identifies the plan's cost effectiveness, including the application of a non-energy benefits adder and the social cost of carbon. And the staff seeks to address the proposal to recover the costs through the DSMCA rider and the expected impacts on rates and bills. UCA generically seeks to examine whether the plan is reasonable, cost-effective, and comprehensive, whether the budget is just and reasonable, whether the approval of the plan is in the public interest, and whether the plan complies with Colorado law. CEO raises the same areas of interest, but notes that the company's proposed home beneficial electrification pilot was developed in coordination with CEO. SWEEP states that it will likely argue for increased DSM budgets and savings goals, as well as an evolution of the DSM programs to more effectively target savings. SWEEP further states that it will likely recommend modifications to the proposed programs. And finally, Energy Outreach Colorado explains that it will advocate for a robust and accessible DSM and BE portfolio that supports Black Hills IQ customers and its disproportionately impacted communities. Because the application may be contested and there are formal requests for hearing, I can make a procedural recommendation if you like.
That'd be great.
Again, I recommend that the commission refer this matter to an ALJ by minute entry.
Commissioner Goman.
Thanks, Mr. Davis. I agree with your recommendation.
As do I. Thank you, Mr. Davis. We have 3 items, 24M-0060G, 0061G, and 0062G. Ms. Rosati, Ms. Shula, gas infrastructure plans for CNG, Atmos, and Black Hills. Take however you'd like, together, separately, whatever you'd like to do. Ms. Rosati.
Thank you. Good morning, commissioners. I do plan on taking items 5, 6, and 7 together, as you suggest, Chair. On March 1st, 2024, Colorado Natural Gas Incorporated, Atmos Energy Corporation, and Black Hills Colorado Gas Incorporated each filed an initial gas infrastructure plan. Through decision numbers C24-0258, C24-0259, and C24-0260, the Commission opened the proceedings, noticed the filings, and established intervention periods ending May 10th, 2024. As relevant to this discussion, the decisions required the filing of proposed discovery parameters 10 days after the issuance of decisions establishing the parties to each proceeding. Trial staff, the Utility Consumer Advocate, and the Colorado Energy Office filed timely interventions as of right in each proceeding. No other interventions were filed. Under Rule 1401B, no decision is necessary for timely and appropriately filed notices of interventions of right. However, parties' obligation to file proposed discovery parameters is triggered by the Commission's establishment of the parties. I therefore recommend the Commission acknowledge the interventions as of right and issue a decision in each proceeding establishing the parties.
Commissioner Goman.
I agree.
As do I, and that can be an ABC decision, Ms. Rosati.
Thank you. Just for clarification, I'm planning that it will be 3 ABC decisions. That's
Yeah,
okay.
yes, yeah, sorry. Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Goman, anything else before we adjourn?
I think that's all we got. Thank you.
Thanks to all. With that, we're adjourned. Everybody next time.